What's up? What's good? What's popping? What's cracking? What's percolating? What's really good? It's man Theo Butler. Yes, this is an impromptu live. Why? Because StreamYard is not free, and we doing what we can to grow the channel. What's going on? Not tell him. Boy, listen, I love that right there. Not tell him is in the building, and he said I asked difficult questions. I'm gonna give. This gonna be difficult. Easy for me. Y'all see the title though? Kamoyo, yeah, we back at it. I see that. There we go. We got two. That's a crew. We can make it do what it gonna do. Yeah. So because I just got asked the question. I did. Y'all saw the video that I did earlier today and everything like that. Live, I pulled up. So and you know me, hey, the Rock with Me Nation, right. I don't mind interacting. I want to be that person that interacts and everything like that with people. Mr. Moloch, what's going on? So, and I don't want folks thinking I don't appreciate their comments. No, I appreciate because y'all, I couldn't do this alone. One man is not an island unto himself. No, so we got the video that I did today, and because I want to make sure I give the brother his props and everything because it is his credit. He get credit for the video and everything. Y'all be supplying me with content. Thank you. Why the Thunderbolts didn't flop. So we got this from Kojo Asante, and I can appreciate it. Thank you so much. The Marvels face challenges such as the Screen Actors Guild strike and a lack of star promotion, contributing to its low box office performance. You know what? That's a fair statement. That's a fair statement. I'm not going to disagree with any of that. I'd be wrong if I did. I would be wrong if I did. But I also introduce some other factors. that maybe the casual fan might be looking past, not so much the comic book fan. And we tired of people trespassing on our stuff. So let's go back and take a look at the Marvels franchise in and of itself. Well, Captain Marvel. I know what it was billed as. I do. I know what it was billed as, but do we really need to watch Captain Marvel to watch Endgame and Infinity War and be satisfied? I don't think so. Like, I really think you could just skip right past Captain Marvel and go about your damn business. But now, even if we do that, see, there are problems with this. Even if we do that, if you tell me Captain Marvel is showing up, there ain't been no Captain Marvel movie, and Captain Marvel is showing up, you just tell us Captain Marvel is showing up in Avengers Endgame. I'm looking for one or two people. I'm a comic book fan. I'm not the only one. Folks just like to keep disrespecting, looking past the comic book fan. You're going to stop doing that because we're making our presence felt. You just don't want to look at it that way. No, we stop going. We stop going. So let me stay right here. If you tell a comic book fan that Captain Marvel is showing up in Endgame, we're only looking for one or two people. We're either looking for a white man with white hair, or we're looking for a black woman with an afro, black afro. That's it. Them the only two Captain Marvels a comic book fan looking for. Captain Marvel showing up in the MCU is either Marvel or Monica Rambeau. We don't know nothing about no Carol Danvers, which is the damnest thing to me, because folks had so much to say about, well, Bucky got the shield first. Bucky got the shield first. I never heard them people say Monica Rambeau was Captain Marvel first. You know, as in she was Captain Marvel after the OG character. No, it's crazy. No. See? Keep that same energy. Keep that same energy. So I'm looking at Captain Marvel. Well, damn, who did I alienate right there with that movie? Well, hell, I just told you. I alienated the comic book fan. I definitely pissed off the white man. You know, the dude that keep using woke DEI all over the damn place, don't know what it means, can't define it. Yeah, he was definitely pissed off. That ain't got nothing to do with the Screen Actors Guild. He was mad. And you heard him voice his displeasure. He's still pissed off. This the same dude that say Captain America 4 was a woke movie. You know that dude out there. That dude don't like Brie Larson. I like Brie Larson. I don't think you've ever heard me say a damn thing bad about Brie Larson. I don't know what the issue with Brie Larson is. Brie Larson was not the reason why I had an issue. I don't believe Brie Larson, she might have been the reason to some comic book fans. And when I say some, she might have been some of the reasons for some comic book fans. But comic book fans, Brie Larson wasn't the reason why Captain Marvel sucked. I'm gonna keep up with these notes. Then we gonna get into the reason. Y'all stop running Brie Larson for that damn movie. let me get right here real quick, because we in here and everything like that. I want to thank y'all so much for pulling up to the y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, because y'all will forget, because I know I'll be the forgot too. We got Nantellum in the building. Kamoyo King, Mr. William Moloch is in the building. My spiritual advisor, Grand Madam Tarot, is in the building. Hero Z Returns is in the building. Yeah, we in here. The problem with the MCU is that the main hero makes a every 5 seconds. That's credible. That's credible. That's credible. Monica was in Captain Marvel, but they used Carol and Maria as her inspiration to become, I guess, Frank. Man, listen, I'm let me get them. Because I'm coming, Big Will. I'm coming. Let me get them. So we watching Captain Marvel. This Captain Marvel. Where? When? How? What for? Oh. Did I say I was a comic book fan? Yeah. I've read more than my fair share of comic books where there were no black characters. I didn't trip. If the writing was good, the writing was good. Now I did look for me. I did want me at some point in time, but good writing is good writing. Don't pander to me. Okay, cool. So do I think women aren't comic book fans? Hell, Grand Madam sit right here. I don't think Grand Madam want to be pandered to. Like I don't think Grand Madam want you to just willy-nilly throw together a black woman character that nobody gives two damns about, especially you. No, put some effort into it. I don't think Grand Madam Tarot want to be. So we think women don't read comic books. In essence, do we think women weren't reading comic books back in the day? I mean, damn, if the single mother has existed, safe to say she didn't read her child a bedtime story from a comic book at some point in time. So we don't think women were fans of Marvel? Is that what we thinking? We don't think women know about Marvel? Is that what we're thinking? Was that the rationality? So we didn't think women didn't want a woman as the first female Captain Marvel unless she was going to be literally the first female Captain Marvel. Wow. We really don't think much of female comic book fans do. Here we go. We think the white woman want to be pandered to. Does she? Because based on them numbers, she didn't give a damn either. We get a story. Is that the Supreme Intelligence? Because I was living with my mother in Bronx, New York, and I believe for my 12th to 13th birthday, she took me to the comic book store downtown Manhattan and everything like that. And I literally bought the comic book story dealing with the Kree Skrull War. Yeah, the Avengers and everything. I know what the Supreme Intelligence looked like. I'm not dumb. I've been knowing what the Supreme Intelligence looked like since I was a kid. I am damn near 60. Who was that? No. Who was that? And I don't know, baby. I don't know. But it was the Supreme Intelligence a woman because Captain Marvel was a woman? Hell, I didn't know the Supreme Intelligence had sex, to be perfectly honest with you. In the comic books, the Supreme Intelligence is a big old head, green, with some tentacles. Ain't got nothing below the head. So I didn't know the Supreme Intelligence was gender specific, where if a woman saw, she would be offended. Like, it's too many men in here. I'm looking at this plot. Oh, wait, because Mr. Moloch did bring up Monica Rambeau. Why is Monica Rambeau even in the damn movie? Maria and Monica don't know Carol. And where's Frank? They not friends. No. Maria Rambeau is older than Carol. Yeah. Carol ain't had her first child yet. Maria got Monica, and Monica and Carol, they both grown ass women. So why is you see how this ain't got a damn thing to do with the Screen Actors Guild? Like, me as a black man, I'm offended all the way across the board because I'm trying to figure out what the hell happened to me. I should have been in we got my daughter, we got my wife, but I ain't there. Damn. And Maria was not in the Air Force, in the Army. Stop that. It don't even damn matter, but damn. Here's the sad part. Both Maria and Frank are veterans. Proud veterans. They got gray hair. They've been married forever. You know that thing that they keep telling us in media that don't exist between black couples? They've been married forever, still married. Still married. None of that. And I know y'all like, Theo, you rambling. No, I'm just telling you why I might not give two damns about the first Captain Marvel movie. Like, I didn't care. It had nothing to do with Brie Larson. That movie sucked ass. And who is the villain in this damn movie? The Skrulls, they sympathetic. See, this was a problem already because we knew Secret Invasion was somewhere. It's Marvel. Secret Invasion had to play a point, had to play a role at some point. So the Skrulls and the humans get along. When did the damn when? No, hell no. We got a whole damn storyline, successful by the way, in comic books called Secret Invasion. Since when the damn humans become, boy, look, ooh. You see how that ain't got a damn thing to do with the they ain't got nothing to do with the strike. That's a sorry ass, lame ass plot. Ain't got nothing to do with the actresses involved. That's horrible. That's trash. Folks don't even watch that damn movie on the streaming service. Mind you, streaming services ain't got nothing to do with the strike. Strike over with. Strike over with. The action figures. If this movie was all that in a bag of chips, the action figures would not be at Ollie's. How old is this damn movie for the action figures to still be at Ollie's? Bad script. Bad plot. Yeah, I'm not faulting no actor, actress about nothing. No, that was horrible. That was hard. And wait, Monica Rambeau. So, Spider-Man fans might have been pissed off about this one as well, because that's where she made her debut. So, Monica Rambeau is inspired by Carol Danvers, not her mom and daddy. Didn't her mama sew her first costume? Correct me if I'm wrong, but in Monica's origin story, Was there anybody else around except for Monica? It's Monica, right? Monica was the one that broke the damn device. Monica was the one that saved the damn scientist. Monica was the one that took down the damn bad guy, right? Right. Wasn't nobody else around, no damn where. What? But Carol. What really? So we saying we got to be inspired like that? I can't get no inspiration. I'm sorry. This me finna be real damn petty. The person that inspires me, they in this room. Why do we think that is? See, this is what I be talking about right here. You get mad about race swaps and everything like that, but you want me to see myself in you. I don't want your damn sloppy second. And actually, this should have been your sloppy thirds because I should have got this first. But we don't want to talk about that. Are we thinking black women wasn't mad? We think black women don't read comics? Hey, Grand Madam Tarot sits right here. Miss May Kent pop up. We got Maxine Shaw. I'm just saying, it's black women that's comic book fans. It is. And when we take into consideration who this character was supposed to look like, character was supposed to look like Pam Grier. We don't think it's some black women in here idolize Pam Grier. We don't think it's some black men around here that are comic book fans that had crushes on Pam Grier. Mad. See, that ain't got nothing to do with the strike. That ain't got a damn. Mind you, I ain't even got to the Marvels yet. I ain't even got to WandaVision yet. I'm still right. You see this right? You see all these reasons right here? They might not matter to you. They matter to somebody though. you can tell because they didn't F with the movie when it came out, nor have they F with the movie since it's been on Disney Plus. Nor did they F with any of the merch pertaining to the movie. Oh no, they big mad. They big mad. I'm gonna keep up with these notes. Then we'll shift gears and go to WandaVision. Keep up with these notes. We'll go right on over to WandaVision. We got the Komoyo King in here. They knew girls read comic books. What woman wanted was irrelevant. Wonder Woman and her freaky antics was created for men. Grand Madam Tarot. Grand Madam. They even botched the Skrulls. Komoyo King. Making the Skrulls sympathetic and innocent. I already knew Secret Invasion was cooked. Mr. Moloch. I'm sorry, that was not telling. They did her like Aunt May, Mr. Moloch. Grand Madam Tarot. If T'Challa didn't trust the Skrulls, then why are Skrulls so friendly with Nick Fury? Grand Madam Tarot. Not tell them. The plot of Secret Invasion and the Marvels was damn trash. Squirrel with all their intelligence can't find a home world on their own. Not tell them. Mr. Difficult question. So let's move on over here. WandaVision. Well, I did say I'm a comic book fan, right? I am a comic book. What's going on with Monica? No, because we still ain't got no clear-cut definition. What's going on over here with Monica? What's this whole thing that Kat alluded to? Played brilliantly. I forget the young lady's name. Kat. I want to say Kat Jennings. I'm not sure. But what was she talking about when she said your body was already altered? Body altered already where? Because I still ain't got no payoff to that. But your body alter, you wait. So are you hinting at that she already had when? When? And where's her mom at? Oh, she died during the snap. How convenient. How convenient. Anybody she didn't even reach out to her daddy. I guess he's just a non-entity. Or was he already gone? You lost your mama during the snap and you don't reach out to your daddy? I seen Scott rumble all over a city looking for his damn family. After after the snap and everything like that. You come back and no, you just look, mama not there, that you don't go hit up nobody from the family. Mama ain't got no sisters, nobody. The Monica Rambeau fan might have been mad about that. Might have been like, oh, y'all still trying us. Y'all trying us for real? Yep, damn, y'all trying us. Oh, y'all being real disrespectful with it. Oh no, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I don't even want to do this no more. I don't even want to do no. Never mind, because I could go there too. You sit up there and you look at Doctor Strange for no reason whatsoever. I guess because we didn't want to put T'Challa in it. For no reason whatsoever, we got Maria Rambeau in Carol Danvers' costume. In a Carol Danvers alias. She ain't Photon. She ain't Pulsar. She ain't Spectrum. No. She Captain Marvel. She ain't dressed like her daughter as Captain Marvel. She dressed like Carol as Captain Marvel. Stay right there. Mind you, this is a sensitive topic for me because every time I fast forward to the Marvels, I literally threw flags on the play before that movie came out. Before that movie came out, I said what the issues were going to be. Before that movie came out, I said what people were going to be upset about. Before that movie came out, I said we are trying it because the writer director has literally told us she is not a Captain Marvel Monica Rambeau fan. She's a Miss Marvel Kamala Khan fan. So she knows one character intimately. The other two, three, if we're talking about Nick Fury, not so much. Now, mind you, if you tell me you're a Kamala Khan fan, oh, that character don't come by herself. She got a family. And if you tell me you're a Kamala Khan fan, oh, I'm expecting you to know quite a bit about her family, her equipment, her history, all that. Do I really think you got time to be focused on some other characters? No, because if you did, you say you're a comic book fan. That ain't what you said. You said you are a Miss Marvel fan. Well, the writer director said she was a Miss Marvel fan, and I'm of the mindset it's a musical, right? Musical. Well, which one of them characters we see participating in the musical? Out them three. Do we see Carol Danvers in a musical? Do we see Monica Rambeau in the musical? R&B, maybe. But no, you see Kamala Khan in a musical. Yeah, that Do we need to touch the power change that some folks might have been offended by that took place in the Disney Plus series and is now transferring itself over into the comics? Do we? Because they could have been pissed too. Ain't got nothing to do. You see how this go? Bad writing, bad writing, bad decision, not giving two damns about the source material. Yeah, we damn one for one. We going none for none. Like we just using the characters just because they got the names. We changing their powers and everything. Bars. Cat Dennis, appreciate that, Mr. Mola. Appreciate that. Grand Madam, I like Pam Grier. We up there. What's going on, Big Ruben? What's going on? Cat Dennis, thank you once again, Mr. Mola. But Theo, we just gotta wait and see what they're gonna do. Man, I got Marvel at the house. You know what? Yeah, let me say this right now. It's certain benefits to being grown, amen. It's certain benefits to being grown. And one of those benefits is not necessarily having to wait on a damn thing from anybody. Oh no. I got Monica Rambeau at the house. and with the amount of action figures that I have, it ain't and the paint that I have, it ain't nothing to have Maria and Frank Rambo in the house either. So I don't know. Kamala Khan, she got the big and empowers her creators. I don't know nothing about that other stuff. I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about that. And my favorite, you can feel how you want to feel. My favorite version of Carol Danvers as a superhero is not Miss Marvel. It's not Captain Marvel. It's Warbird. You only like Warbird because of the outfit that she had on. That ain't the only reason. You can't be mad at me about liking her in the Warbird outfit and you don't have a problem with her in her binary outfit. Same thing. Same thing. Same thing. Same thing. What's going on? What's going on? Gray is in the building. The super producer. Gray is in the building. Yeah, so sum it all up, bring it all the way back home. This is an impromptu video. I want to say thank you to the gentleman for giving me the idea. StreamYard is not free. Y'all seem to like these discussions more so than the comic book reviews. We do the comic book reviews to let y'all know we do keep up with them and everything like that. But y'all seem to like these discussions. And I don't necessarily know if we really sat up as a channel, as a nation, and discussed how problematic the Marvels was as a movie. Carol Danvers, the initial entry into the MCU, nor the franchise as a whole. I don't think we talk about it. I think we want to make it about this, that, then the third. I know some folks wanted to make it about, well, people don't like women. Stop that. Stop telling that lie. Stop telling that lie. Stop telling that lie. We went to go see Wonder Woman. Stop, because you never, folks that say projects failed because it was women led. No. The plot sucked ass. The plot sucked ass. That's what that was. Stop telling folks that. We even showed out for the Woman King. So stop telling folks lies like that. You say what you want to about Black Panther 2. While I was not a fan of Black Panther 2, freely able to admit it, I'm able to sit there and say 800 million. I can't, I don't know how to call a movie that finished 200 million short of a band. I don't know how to say that flop. Well, whether I liked it or not, I got to be fair. Did it do as well as the first one? No. But flop? No. So stop saying that. Because what you saying about all these other male-led movies? Why did the Flash flop? I'm just back here so because it's been quite a few MCU movies that ain't led by women that didn't flop. Captain America 4, while it was black led, that wasn't no woman led movie. It wasn't. We ain't even really let the women get no shine in that damn movie. So all there. Yeah, no, whoa, here we go. Black Adam. And I know what some folks want to say. Dwayne Johnson does not claim me. Sure don't. That's your guy. I got Aldous Hodge. No, Dwayne Johnson, that's y'all. You be like, Theo, that's wrong. Oh, no, it ain't. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. I ain't never heard Dwayne Johnson rap. I ain't. And I've heard him sing. He can wrestle his ass off. He can. He can. We can debate about whether or not he's a credible actor. We can. I mean, I just ain't seen the R&B side. I ain't seen the R&B side. I didn't seen the Samoan side. Not mad about that. Not mad about that. But I ain't seen this other stuff. So no. So yeah, that movie didn't do good either. That it did. Matter of fact, your first Suicide Squad movie sucked ass too. No, we're not doing that. That was your movie. That was your movie, and it wasn't the acting. The actors did what they could with a lame ass plot. It didn't make what it spent, so I stick by my point on Wakanda Forever. I cannot give it props. The only reason why I do that, come on, yo, and I want to make sure I'm being clear. I feel how I feel about that movie. I ain't do it. But when folks go above and beyond to say women, see, I don't like this whole thing where we want to blame a gender for a poorly conceived movie. So I say that to draw the line in the sand, like folks can, because people say MCU. I don't like that because there's been quite a few failed MCU movies, right? So I say that because we feel how we feel about Black Panther 2. I'm right there with you. But even in how we feel about Black Panther 2, we know what the studio wanted it. They wanted it to do twice as good. So you wanted the movie to do 2.6. That's what you wanted. You didn't get that. Even with that, the studio can't consider it a failure. Quite a few people can't consider it a failure. That's just considering. 200 million away from $1 billion. The bar set high as hell, as it should be with us. Bar set high as hell, as it should be with us. But we always, when we look at history, have said we got to work twice as hard as somebody else to get the same amount of respect. That's what we say in our culture. Well, 800 million and still being considered a failure, because that's what they're going to say. It failed. It didn't do what the studio wanted it to do, but it's done better than some of them other movies you be bragging about. It didn't do as well as the studio wanted it to do, but you dudes from the He-Man Women Haters Clubs, you dudes that don't like anything but white and masculine, oh, it did better than quite a few of your movies. And mind you, I'm not saying that for every white male. No, I'm only talking about the bigots. I'm only talking about the misogynists. I'm only talking about the racists. There are more than enough of us out there, white, black, Jew, Gentile, that don't have a problem. We're able to look at a product and critically break it down without pointing to a gender, pointing to an orientation, or pointing to a race as the reason for why a movie didn't succeed. So that's why I go above and beyond to point that out, because hell, ain't no movie ever been bad because it was too much of a gender in it. Brokeback Mountain. To this day, I've never seen Brokeback Mountain. But you know what? The folks that tell me they've seen Brokeback Mountain, they ain't got nothing bad to say about it. They ain't got nothing. I ain't ever talked. Folks that talk to me about that movie, they say that movie was well written, well acted. They give everybody in that movie a round of applause. That's see, that would be a DEI movie. And I ain't yet heard anybody complain about that movie. So I just, those that want to keep throwing the gender and the orientation and the race up there and everything, you're telling on yourself. You're telling on yourself. What says that? Well, yeah, they paired their favorite YouTube. Yeah. Let me keep up with these notes. The Rock can rap, not half bad. Okay, I got to pick up on that. Come on, yo, so he can rap, and I ain't doubting my brother. That's my brother. I'm gonna go with it. Oh no, Wakanda Forever was all Feige's fault. Some of these criticism of these movies are simply misogyny. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And racism from the far right. Their complaints sound like talking points. I'm gonna spin the block on that, Grand Madam, because I'm gonna use this live as a teachable moment. And if you are a woman concerned about women's rights, I urge you to stick around, because I'm definitely finna go. I'm definitely finna touch on something. As Jaddick say, I do appreciate Theo flexing his knowledge on why various corners of the MCU ain't working. I mean, somebody got to call it for what it is. Now, the thing is that's one of those things where you want your friend to tell you the real. You don't want your friend to be a yes man. You don't want that. You want your friend to always keep it a buck with you. And what we have is way too much glazing going on in regards to the MCU. Folks keep telling that dude his stuff is good. No, your stuff is trash. Your stuff is trash. I don't know how many times you got to keep putting something out and you keep coming back with the same answer. Now, I can tell you Doom War and Doomsday and Infinity War gonna do you some numbers, but you know how much money you're gonna have to pay out because you got the roster stacked. So just off of celebrity power alone, those movies are gonna succeed. But here's the thing. The person that knows what a good plot is, they'll see the movie one time. They'll be able to break down the performances of everybody in the movie. They also gonna tell you about the plot. They're gonna tell you about the plot. They're not gonna say it succeeded because it had this person in it. They're not gonna see it failed because it focused on the They're not gonna say none of that. They're gonna tell you specifically the problems with the plot. That's what they're gonna do. And those will be the people that won't get that much attention because they're keeping it a buck. That's what we're gonna do over here. We're gonna keep it a buck. What we got over here? If you spend 5 and make 8, I won't defend this film just because toxic white dudes hate it. I hate them and this movie equally. Thunderbolts was white AF and it sucked royally. Like I said, I'm telling you why I say that. I'm telling you why I say that. Why I say that. Everyone that watched that movie was surprised. Yeah. So I'm gonna touch on the issue. And thank you, Grand Madam. The only label I like is the label that I came up with for myself, Theo. And that's the first 4 letters of my middle name. There was an incident that transpired over the weekend. It started Friday night. And to a degree, it still troubles me because it speaks to the mindset of our country. There's someone right now in this country who's conflicted because they've been taught racism their whole damn life. They still live around racism, even though the spirit is talking to them. They're looking at what's transpiring in the country right now, and they're conflicted because they sat on the sidelines. This person has voted for Donald Trump once or twice. This time around, he couldn't see any difference between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. Crazy. So he abstained. I'm going somewhere with this. Talking points. You never know who you're talking to. You can make assumptions about a person all day long, but you never know who you're really talking to. He made a statement about liberals. And I said to him, I said, nobody's a liberal and nobody's a conservative. We liberal when we want to be, we conservative when we want to be. That's what that is. He's conflicted, but he wants to tell me. I'm older than he is. More experienced, but he wants to tell me. Did I say he was from Thomasville, Georgia? Because there's a part of him that did not want to believe that I knew more than he did. Even though I'm older than him, more experienced than him, have actually left the small Southwest Georgia and been across the world. He didn't want to listen. Conflicted. Talking points. Liberal. Conservative. I said, you know, based on the way that I talk, folks would probably consider me to be a liberal. Well, you know, I said, I'm not. You think I am because I smile a lot. I said, no, I assure you, I'm probably more conservative than you ever thought of being. I said, you raped somebody, just show me what you did it with. Show me what you did it with. Give me the stone slab. Give me the rusty knife. I got it from here. Court, jail time, what for? I'm finna take from you what you took from somebody else, except that yeah, that's what I'm finna do. You ran over somebody, drunk driving, reckless driving. How fast were you going? Say less. You was doing about 60, 62? Cool bean. Rev up that car to 62, get it to 62. Stay right there, hold 62. Get this person fitted for some cement shoes, have them stand right there in the middle of the road. Is any of that liberal? No, it's not. It's a very conservative mindset. But then again, we do have a convicted felon as the president of the United States. What's more liberal than that? Right, that's a liberal mindset. There's nothing conservative about having a felon as a president. No, that's very liberal. You're saying anybody can be president. Whatever you did in the past doesn't matter. That's a liberal mindset. But you will have folks that call themselves conservatives try and convince you of that. Oh no, you can't convince me of that. Because right is right and wrong is wrong. And if you're a conservative, if somebody does wrong, they don't get no second chance. They go to jail or worse. Right. Talking points. Regurgitating stuff. This person is conflicted. Said the most idiotic thing I've heard somebody say to me in quite some time. With Theo, they are aborting live babies. That's a talking point. It's a regurgitated talking point. It's also false, which was easily disproven just based on a few questions. All right. You say they're aborting live babies? Yeah. You know anybody that did it? Huh? People say honk in here. Do you know anybody in your lifetime that's ever aborted a live baby? No. Okay. Any of your friends? Any of your friends know anybody that aborted a live baby? I ain't talking about what you heard. I'm talking about what you know. Anybody? No. Anybody in your family? No. So your personal experiences, your family's experiences, your friends' experiences, none of y'all know anybody that's aborted a live baby, but that's what you believe, huh? Because you fell for the propaganda. Anybody that believes that is an idiot. Idiot. Regurgitating it is an idiot. Believing it is an idiot. Practicing it, which if you're a doctor and you're practicing it, that's your damn medical license. Idiot. But you got folks that believe it. Talking points. He's a man. I'm a man. Heterosexual male. Well, I'm old school with it. I was raised, if you do the crime, you do the time. But now that wasn't just on the woman, that was on the male too. Yeah. Generation X. You laid down in that bed, you made that bed, there it is. But see, there was a difference when we were coming up. Both families were involved. Both families knew one another, and both families did what it took for that child to not only come in this world successfully, but be a productive citizen of this country. There are quite a few of us men that can't tolerate a stomach pain. We fall down, roll over in the fetal position, and act like infants all over again. My gallbladder went out on me. They had to come get me. I remember having a stomach cramp as a teenager. Lord Jesus, have mercy. Just feel for a few minutes. We ain't talking about 9 months. And I can feel how I want to feel. I'm not the one carrying it to term. But there are discussions that we're not having that we need to have that cowards don't want to have. Folks that want to sit up and regurgitate idiotic talking points don't want to have, but I'm here for it. Let's talk about it. You want the woman to carry the child to term. All right. What are you prepared to do as a society, as a country, to make sure she gets the best prenatal care? Not basic prenatal care, not general prenatal care, but the best prenatal care. Because as a country, we don't do it. And we know we don't. That's a real conversation. And while we get comfortable because we talk to men and we think that every man is going to go with our train of thought, my mother died from tubular pregnancy. You see how I said I was raised Generation X? If you do the crime, you do the time. The paramedics got called. They came. She was pregnant. I'm not the only child. I'm the sole surviving child. They said she was fine. Those same paramedics came back 4 to 5 hours later to pronounce my mother gone. Where was the concern for a pregnant woman? That she was trying to carry to term. That before passing was in the presence of those from the medical profession. You can't guarantee that, right? But you want to tell the woman she got to have a child. You selfish ass individual. It's easy to call that when it ain't you. But let's keep going. Because that's the worst case scenario. There's another case scenario out here we don't think about. You bring the child into the world. One of the parents doesn't want the child. We like to say this thing, JD Byright, JD Byrighter, JD Trash, JD unsat as a damn Marine. JD should have his. He's unfit to be vice president. He's unfit to be a Marine. He doesn't deserve to be buried with the stars and stripes. He deserves to be buried in an unmarked grave. That's what I have for JD Vance. I also got that for Ron DeSantis. I also got that for Donald Trump. Yes, you deserve to be buried in an unmarked grave. When your time comes, nobody should care where you at. Not go looking for you because you're trash. And those that believe what you do, those that blindly follow you, deserve to be treated just like you. Because we sit up here and wanted to talk about childless women. You ever stop to think about why some of those women didn't have children? We sat up here and wanted to talk about the fathers that weren't in the homes. Does that mean they're not in their children's lives? No. But we do realize, right, that the child stands to be more productive if both parents are involved in the child's life, not just one, not just the other. Here's the other part of that. Does it not make the child more productive later on down the road if both parents are set up for success? Are we not still living in a day and age when we don't give two damns about the minimum wage? Is the cost of living not higher than minimum wage? And why is that? Because it doesn't make sense. It don't make damn dollars. Same person I talked to over the weekend, fear mongering. He complained about 3 states who raised their minimum wage to $20 to $25 and how it's negatively impacting the other 47. Well, that's fear mongering 101. Why don't the other 47 join those other 3? We keep talking about finances. Well, here we go. What keeps America from being in a recession? Having disposable income. It's not enough for the American financial system to operate for us as Americans just to be able to afford to live. No, if we live in a capitalistic society, which is largely based off of Americans having disposable income. I asked this dude this on Friday. Want to make all the damn excuses in the world because honestly, you're conflicted. And that's me being nice. You're afraid. You're being called to stand up. And because of how you were raised, because of where you live, because of the people you hang around, you still want to sit down. Worse, you still looking at Satan and listening to him. The economy. If you worked at Walmart, and I asked him this, I said, if you worked at Walmart, and let's say you made $25 an hour, because I like using Walmart because it's a great example. Right. You work at Walmart making $25 an hour. How much of your check is going back in Walmart? Don't they sell groceries at Walmart? Don't they sell electronics equipment at Walmart? Don't they sell clothes at Walmart? Don't they sell pet supplies at Walmart? Don't they sell household goods? I mean, I'm talking about furniture. Don't they sell all that at Walmart? Right. And it ain't like you working at Walmart, you don't want to spend more money at Walmart. Oh, yes, the hell you damn do. What would you do if you had more money? Spend it. Yeah, there are going to be some people that's going to start their own businesses, but $20, $25, the auto industry is suffering. Is the auto industry still suffering $20, $25 an hour? Or have you, because there are some that either A, ain't got a car, or B, and they got a full-time job. We see, that's the whole thing. We act like folks that can't afford stuff ain't got no full-time job. Yes, the hell it is. And we need to stop bragging about what our parents did back in the 1930s, because low-key, we still making what our parents made back then. Meanwhile, the cost of goods ain't what it was back in 1930. So we need to stop acting like that. Let's stop acting like folks, oh, well, you got, no, your parents used to work at the damn drive-in theater and still make it what they damn do. So stop acting like that. No, the economy is set up. If Americans don't have money for disposable income, we're in a recession. If we can't afford to just go out there and have fun, this country is in a recession. Okay, well, how much of a recession we are now? Mind you, I'm having this conversation with this dude. Fear mongering, propaganda, 101. Now tell him, say I like asking difficult questions. I say, you know what? Because you don't want to admit that you're wrong. You want to keep talking over me when you know damn good and well, since the best period this country has experienced financially, well, it wasn't under Trump, and it wasn't under Barack Obama, and it wasn't under either one of the Bushes. It was Bill Clinton. Gas prices were right where they needed to be at. You could actually afford private insurance. Like you had a job, you could afford the insurance at your job. Gas prices low. You can afford health insurance at your own damn job. You ain't got to get mad. Oh no, you got it right there. This was when the PlayStation 2 came out. You was buying stuff left and right because you had disposable income. You get these folks in here that want to keep us separated down at the bottom. You worried about racism. You need to be worried about money because they got us divided based on how much money we make, and that's where they want to keep us at. Yeah, you can't be Bubba waving your Confederate flag, talking about white power, and the dude you capping for don't like you because your ass broke. Bubba, you better go hook up with Tyrone, because you and Tyrone make the same amount of damn money. You and Tyrone need to be coming together to form your own damn political party to get you and Tyrone up there where the dude you keep capping for at, because that dude don't give a damn about you. Ain't ever gave a damn about you, because if he did, you would be making more money than what you're making now. What did I ask the dude that I was talking to on Friday? Are you any better off financially than you were 6 years ago? The answer is no. So it didn't matter who was in office, but you still want to keep making it about left, right, Democrat, Republican, liberal, conservative. Your dumb ass ain't made it about you yet, and God talking to your stupid ass. But you don't want to listen. You don't want to listen. That's what it is at the end of the day. Let me bring it all the way back home. Not talking about the comic books. Ain't got nothing to do with that. This is real life. If we're not going to do right by the people involved when it comes to a pregnancy, and I mean do right, because we ain't even having a conversation about why are you having sex, unprotected sex with somebody you don't know. Yeah, because we want to take sex education out of school. Well, you know what? We do need sex education because we don't know how to value one another as individuals. Maybe if we taught our children how to do that, value one another as individuals, learn to appreciate the inner of an individual as opposed to the outer, we could cut down on all this. Because I would think twice about having sex with a female just because she's fine if I might not like her later on down the damn road. And the last thing I want to be is be connected to somebody I don't like forever. 2, I could get with her and get deleted. Why don't I just wait? Why don't I just get to know her? Why don't I get to know her so I can learn her? She can learn me. Can she conceive children? Can she conceive children healthily? Can I reproduce? Is adoption part of it? What are we doing? Have we made sure we're good as a couple? Have we talked to our family about this? And when I say our family, because it takes a village. It takes a village. Have we had any of these conversations, or did I go against what BBD taught me? Never trust the big button to smile. Those are the conversations we need to be having. We don't want to have them. We just want to tell folks what they can and can't do. And we don't give two damn about the consequences. No. You should give two damns about the confidences. Bubba, me and you got more in common than you and Donald. We always did. You work for a living. So do I. Certain things you don't like. I don't either. You like barbecue. So do I. And yes, I do eat watermelon and I do eat fried chicken. God damn. My fault. My bad. I'm glad y'all. I was working. I was trying to get it back. I was like, okay, all right, we ain't gonna panic. We ain't gonna panic. We got more than one device. Now the sad part about it is I actually had the device plugged up. It still passed away on me and everything like that. What you say? My brother, a very astute. Yeah. So I'm back. We back and everything like that. But picking up where we left off, falling for the okie doke, talking points and everything like that. Pregnancy, pro-life, pro-choice. You know damn good and well what it is. You know damn good and well what it is, and you know why it is. And you know damn good and well if you're a rational human being, we ain't even began to scratch the surfaces yet of this. But you know damn good and well, like I said, don't be comfortable talking to certain people just because you share a same race, gender, orientation. No, some people not gonna fall for BS, and some people have the integrity and the life experiences to keep it right there, and the main thing be the main thing. What would have happened? What are we looking at? Because the paramedics that came to see my mother, it ain't look like her. Am I saying that's what it was? I'm just telling you they didn't look like her. But what are we saying if the paramedics would have took my mother to the hospital? What are we looking at today? Maybe I'm not here. Right? Butterfly effect. This might be my sibling here. Brother, sister, or not at all. But we didn't get that. My mother is not the only woman, regardless of her race, that is not receiving the benefit of the doubt as a woman when it comes to medical care, not being treated fairly as an expected mother. No. And until we can guarantee that, we can't. We can't. You like to, but we don't live in a perfect world, let alone a perfect country. Until we can guarantee that, somebody once told me, regardless of how trivial the surgery is, you never know if you're going to wake up when you lay on that table. You don't know. You could be laying on that table for a knee surgery, and you could be laying on any time you go under anesthesia. It's not guaranteed. We need to do better as a society when it comes to lifting one another up. That minimum wage scale. That's what Bubba need to be talking to Tyrone about. Stop waving your damn Confederate flag. You've been waving that damn Confederate flag for 10 damn years now. They ain't got you a damn thing. You mad at folks that don't give two damns about you, Bubba. You mad at folks that don't even think about your side of town. You running behind somebody that's got a golf cart, got folks giving him every damn thing, and you got what? You got your cousin who can't get a damn job because they're a convicted felon. But the dude you voted for is the president of the United States of America. Right is right and wrong is wrong. At the very least, you should be getting what the dude you voted for getting. And you ain't even getting that. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. I'm going to keep up with these notes, and I'm going to get on up out of here. Vets should train up as human doctors, let me see. Free dentists. Yeah, I mean, vets convert veterinary hospital to human hospital. Yeah, there's so many better things that we can do. Where I live at, I look at hotels, empty structures. I'm a veteran, so I got a soft spot for veterans. That's what that is. And I look at, this is our country, and we're supposed to lead the world, set the example. That's what that is. I live in a city where there are empty hotels. There's nobody there. I brought this attention. I brought this idea to the guy's attention. They say what's meant for you is meant for you. It's not meant for anybody else. We have veterans that struggle. We do. And as America, we don't take care of veterans. We make veterans jump through hoops just to prove that they suffer from medical ailments they got while they were in the military. And the hoops that we make them go through are daunting, to say the least, to the point where some veterans get discouraged. They just go through life with the ailments they received as opposed to getting the proper medical care and or being labeled properly disabled, because they have to go through a lot to just prove it. It's right there in the service record book. What you want to prove? It's right there. We don't need to think that the military pays those enlisted. You don't join the military to get rich. That's not what that is. It's not guaranteed you got a job waiting on you when you're discharged. Honorably discharged, by the way. I'm not talking about other than honorable, bad. I'm talking about you got an honorable discharge. There's no such thing guaranteed as a job waiting on you. The trials and tribulations that you've experienced, regardless of what you did, whatever your job description was, at the end of the day, you know you can be called. We have brothers and sisters on the streets while buildings sit empty. Brothers and sisters that want to work. We act like veterans are opposed to work. No, they're not opposed to work. They're not. But we got them on the streets, or we got them in shelters, while we got buildings, hotels that sit empty. On the streets, we have cooks. On the streets, we have legal aids. On the streets, we have mechanics. On the streets, we have those trained in first aid. On the streets, we have a hotel staff who we could take the building, allow them to use it as their address. Because what's one of the main hangups to getting a job? You got to have a physical address. Work at a building where they can earn a decent wage. Well, once again, they can feel worth something. And then when their shift is over, be able to go in their room and lay their head down on something that, for at the very least, for the time being, they can call their own. This isn't something that we could just do for veterans, because we could take those buildings that the veterans work at and name them after military vessels. Turn it into something where people will come and visit. Something like a motel museum, if you will. But let's just not stop there. Maybe, see, we got this thing going on, and I see quite a few people starting to feel it right now in America. You voted for the wrong damn dude. Now you feeling it because it's now knocking on your front damn door. There's no reason for anybody to be homeless in America. We have way too many empty structures for people to be sleeping out on the street. But what does it say about us as a society when we would rather see them sleeping on the streets, hide them away from the world, as opposed to making sure they have a roof over their head, clothes on their body, and food in their stomach? Ain't that what you would want somebody to do for you? If the bottom fell out today or tomorrow, isn't that what you would want somebody to do for you? Just human decency. You wouldn't necessarily want the handout. You want the ability to be able to stand on your own 2 feet. That's not it. Is that conservative or liberal? Pick one, because I'm talking about our veterans. Is it conservative or liberal? Pick one, because I'm talking about our fellow Americans, whether they served or not. Pick one and make sure you picking the right one, because if you call yourself a Christian, I don't. But the cat that you look up to washed a prostitute's feet in the middle of the town square. The person that you keep looking up to fed his whole entire flock and didn't ask for a damn thing in return, aside from just listen to me. You ain't got to pay nothing except attention. I got you. I'm gonna make sure you fed. I'm gonna make sure you clothed. I'm gonna make sure you're good. Well, when do we start doing? Because we say what we want to. This is a Christian country, right? Even though it's supposed to be separation of church and state, it's a Christian country, right? Well, when do we start walking it like we talk it? When do we walk it like we talk it? It's a fair question. Not tell them, say I ask difficult questions. I think that's a fair question. I'm gonna keep up with these notes. I see we got 9 folks in here. I ain't mean to keep us too. My brother say he out. He got some. The homeless need psychologists and drug taking centers so they can be weaned off drugs. Most homeless are drug addicts. That's not fair. That's also not correct. That's a generalization, and that's a generalization to keep you looking at the homeless in a particular light. That's just what that is. Now, I'm not telling you they shouldn't be screened, but hell, that's all employees, right? But I'm not going to sit up here and act like that. And the reason why I say it's easy to make that assumption, it's easy to make that assumption when, watch this, you ain't been homeless. You don't know anybody that's been homeless. Say that one more time. It's easy to make that assumption when you ain't been homeless and you don't know anybody that has been homeless. So that said, I'm out. Thank y'all so much for pulling up and everything like that. Hopefully you got from this what it was supposed to. We intended for this to be talking about the Marvels, but we got on something else, something that I think is more important, because life is more important. So we got that. Out. Make sure, if you can, hit that notification bell if you have not subscribed to the channel. Sometimes we have serious conversations like this. Hit that notification button. That said, I'm out. In the meantime, in between time, till next time, tomorrow we got a flex. Never mind. Tomorrow we flexing. My wife said flex. So tomorrow we flexing. Tomorrow is the Wakandan flex. That's what I said. It's what a week it was Wednesday, but my wife said, baby, you got to flex. And my brother Daryl gone right now, but it's off the strength of this. A while ago, well, years ago, Daryl and I were talking. Let y'all go right after this. Daryl and I were talking. Well, Daryl and I were already leveling up our knowledge and everything like that. We were already leveling up our knowledge. But we looked at what was going on and we said, we can't just know what we know. We got to show what we know, because that's what folks seem to be looking at. Tomorrow tomorrow we flexing. It's my flex. I ain't saying it's a big flex. I ain't saying my flex is more than somebody else's flex. I'm saying it's my flex, and tomorrow we flexing. It's what a week it was Wednesday, and my wife has renamed it the Wakandan Flex Wednesday. So tomorrow we flexing with Wakandan stuff. Yes, tomorrow we flexing. So if you know, you know. If you see the lights, right? See what color they are, right? Right. Tomorrow we flexing. the missus, the Grand Madam Tarot. She working on this. Black Queen. Here we go. You want blue? You want purple? Or you want gold? She say she got that on the way for you, Grand Madam. She say she got that on the way for you. So listen, we out. In the meantime, in between time till next time, we're gonna do this again. The pursuit of happiness. I like that. Will Smith. Yeah, that's it right there. Listen, I'm out. I'm out. Thank y'all so much. This has been a blast. We're gonna do this again. In memory of the late great Don Cornelius and Chadwick Boseman. In the meantime, in between time till next time, I wish each and every last one of you love, peace, and soul. We out.